Next tonight, she is the newest member of Congress after being sworn in last night, more than 7 weeks after her special election victory, and during a bitter standoff with GOP Speaker Mike Johnson, who refused to seat her during the government shutdown. Arizona Democrat Representative Adelita Grijalva, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you stood on the House floor and took the oath of office last night and received applause on both sides of the aisle. Quite a feat. Tell us what that moment was like for you.
It was really surreal. I mean, we've been waiting for 50 days for that to happen. And I had the opportunity to see my dad take the oath and to look up and see my kids and my husband and my mom there. It was just really special. And it sort of felt like at long last, I get to actually do my job.
Of course, after you were sworn in, you were that critical 218th signature on that bipartisan House discharge petition to urge the release of the Justice Department's files from its Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Do you think that that 50-day delay in seating you ultimately gave the petition and the files even more attention than it would have received otherwise?
I do. And the timing of the 23,000 emails that were also released right around this time really put an exclamation mark on the need to have this transparency and for all of the files to be out in public.
We were on Capitol Hill a few months ago and heard directly from the Epstein victims. Have you gotten a sense from them yourself about how important this is to, at this moment, to have these files released?
Well, several signed a letter to Speaker Johnson in support of my immediate swearing in. And then I did have the opportunity to invite 2 of the survivors to my swearing in, and also had an opportunity to speak with them today and with other survivors, not just Epstein, but in general. And what I got from them is this tremendous strength and this. They're seeking justice. They want consequences for people who committed crimes against them as children and young women. And when we finally get to that point, it's going to be really powerful.
Last night, we heard Speaker of the House Johnson and President Trump saying some really harsh things about Democrats. What are you most hopeful that you can get accomplished during your time in service?
Really, I think that we have to focus on the issues and stop focusing so much on the partisanship. We have a lot of politicians in office, and we need more public servants that are actually going to do the will of the people that sent them here to work for them. And so when they are voting, and I believe it's my job to explain every single one of my votes and why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Of course, everybody doesn't think exactly the same way, but were you hearing one common theme from your constituents as far as whether or not they agreed with the Democrat strategy, or were they hoping that the government reopened?
No, everyone that spoke to me was very happy that Democrats were fighting for them. And I actually had some people that would come up to me directly and say, I'm not a Democrat. I didn't vote for you, but what they're doing to you is not okay. I was like, okay. So there were certain things that did cross. And when I talked to them about what Democrats were fighting for, and the fact that the vast majority were getting benefits through the VA or subsidies from ACA, the impact is going to be significant. And pushing this can down the road for us to try to negotiate some sort of compromise in December is unrealistic when Republicans have been critical of the ACA since it was created in 2010, but have had 15 years to come up with a better option and haven't.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show, Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva. We thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.